Let's talk about something that I know many of you have seen and always been curious about, which is these billboards and radio ads about I'll buy your house all cash, no repairs, as is value. And people always ask me, are these legit? Should I call them? What's up with their business model and how would I potentially use it if I wanted an all cash fast sale? So I'm going to walk you through that in today's video. Spoiler alert, if you are one of my investor clients, I'm sorry to expose your business model, but buyers, you need to know this, or sellers, you need to know this too. All right, the first thing we need to know is how these all cash investors value properties. It is very different than how a traditional home buyer who's going to live in the property values property. So the first thing you need to know is they are going to look at the after repair value. And this is what they think the property would be worth after they fix it up. Fix it up is different for different scenarios. Maybe it's carpet and paint. Maybe it's full-on kitchen remodels, roof, bathroom remodels, etc. But they're going to look at the after repair value. We call it ARV for short. So let's assume that they think your property is worth $1 million after they repair it. Then they're going to say, well, how much cash do I need to make it sellable? And then they're going to subtract that from the price. So let's say it needs $100,000 of work. Now it's worth $900,000. And then they're only going to give you 80% of the $900,000. So they are looking to buy properties at 20% discount. Now, I will tell you, if you are trying to sell a $5,000 Honda car and you want to give a $20,000 discount or 20% discount, just to get it out of your hair and sold, it's okay because you're not leaving too much money on the table. But traditionally in real estate, 20% discount on $1 million property, you're leaving a ton of money on the table. So this is why I want you to know they're looking for a 20% discount on the value. So you might be asking yourself, who would take that kind of offer, 20% discount? And I want to share though, there is actually valid reasons for taking an all cash sale. But here's what I caution you about. The after repair value is subject to their opinion of what it could sell for. The repair estimate is also subject to their opinion of how much their workers and their kitchen cabinets and their plumbing expenses are going to be. So for that reason, I do not recommend selling to the all cash investor in an off-market scenario. I do believe you should put it in the MLS to the open public worldwide and let any and all cash buyers take a look at the property. And then they will all come up with their own after repair value. Someone might think it's worth $1 million after repaired. Somebody else might think it's worth 1.1 million after repaired value. So this is why you need to market it to the open public, or you should consider it anyway. Also, their expense list is going to vary widely. If they are personally a contractor versus they know a contractor, their $100,000 estimate might be wildly different than somebody else's $80,000 repair estimate. So these are all going to come into play when they submit their offers. So for that reason, put it on the open MLS. There are loads of all cash buyers out there that like investing in real estate, and you might get 3, 4, 5, 6 different offers, and then you pick the best offer as opposed to just going to an exclusive all cash buyer on the off market scenario. So lastly, I have some people say, yeah, but I don't want to be on the open market because open market is open market. It's very invasive on your privacy. So if you do prefer an off market sale, but you also want the all cash sale, I still wouldn't call one of the billboards or radio ads. I would call a trusted realtor like myself because I have probably honestly 20 or 30 different investors who will pay all cash. So within 48 hours, I could give you multiple offers from multiple investor clients and never even put the property on the MLS. So just know, again, there's never a one size fits all in real estate, but especially when you're trying to sell an all cash property to an investor. So if you want to talk strategy, I'm always open. You guys can reach me on my cell anytime, 949-216-8565. Welcome your calls and feedback, and I'll talk to you guys soon.